I am so glad the boomer shooter craze isn't over. We're still getting some amazing releases, and Coven is no exception. Currently, Coven is on itch.io, Steam, and believe it or not, the Zoom platform. Yeah, we haven't talked about the Zoom platform in a minute. They actually got a few things I plan to check out eventually. Stuff like Catechumen and Anonymous Horizons. Imagine my surprise to see these Fever Dreams re-released. If you're new around here, the Zoom platform is a DRM-free video game marketplace. They got all kinds of stuff, including the classic Duke Nukem titles. They asked if I wanted to check out Coven, and well, here we are. Thank you, Zoom, for the review copy. Coven came out October 24th to early access. It seems to be developed by one person who goes by Gatorshins. That logo looks similar to the Canon Films logo. I wonder if that's where they got the inspiration from. And I hope this game goes further off the rails later in development, kind of like Canon Films tend to do. Well, with that background out of the way, let's talk about some gameplay. You play as a woman who was burned at the stake because she was accused of being a witch. You wake up underground and claw your way to the surface, and it kind of reminds me of Blood. You seek revenge. As you chase down the man responsible for your demise, you traverse through an apocalyptic happening. The town is in turmoil. As boom shoots are a bit light on plot, I won't spoil why this is all happening. You get threads of what's happening on these pages you find throughout the map. If you explore, though, you will find some secret areas that shed more light into the overarching plot. Let's just say, you're going to want to explore. I was not expecting what I had found. Anyway, it's a boomer shooter, so you run, blast dudes, and in this case, eat them. Yeah, you can consume corpses for health. You also gain acid from eating corpses, which when the meter is filled, you can vomit and kill everyone who gets caught in it. So yeah, that's one thing that separates this shooter from the rest. I don't think there's another one where you feast on your enemies. Tell me if there is, because I'm genuinely curious. There's nothing like walking up to a dude who's fallen to his knees and just eating his head. Metal as hell. Honestly, the whole game has some pretty sweet gore. I knew I was in for something glorious when there's a warning in the opening. About the only drawback is the OST itself. I'm honestly not a fan of this soundtrack.
Stop yet.
When combat kicks off, the metal music just overlays the spooky music, and it just sounds messy to me. But as I look back on my reviews of other boomer shooters, I'm beginning to learn I'm weirdly picky about OSTs. However, what Coven gets right is the weaponry. The double-barrel shotgun is amazing to use, as it should be. You get a pistol that's deadly accurate. There's a crossbow. There's all kinds of stuff. Coven has limb damage, so you can chop off heads or leave a giant slash on their chests. The spells themselves are kind of busted. When I encounter a large enemy, I just blast them. The spells make quick work of literally everyone. Later on, you can consume bodies for mana instead of health, and at that point, you are an unstoppable, pissed-off machine. Dude, it's amazing. Coven is satisfying with large maps full of secrets. I can't wait to see what comes out during the course of its early access period. There's no other modes in the campaign, but honestly, what more do you need? It is currently $14.99, and you can find the store page in the description below. Thanks again to Zoom for letting me check this bad boy out. This was a nice break from the jankiness I've been reviewing lately. Smooth movement and smooth kills. Anyway, that's all I got. I do recommend this game. I tend to not review boomer shooters I don't recommend. Remember, the whole reason I love reviewing these games is to give them a little bit more spotlight, as it's one of my favorite genres. I have a lot of respect for these devs who keep the spirit of 90s shooting action alive. We're still talking behind the scenes in the CD-ROM Fossil boardroom, but we're thinking the next video may very well be a Saturn review to celebrate its Japanese release birthday. So I'll see you in that next video, assuming it actually happens. Until then, I'm going to go continue to devour the corpses of my enemies.